How was the Romanticism created? Romanticism was created in the late 70s in Germany and became big in France and was later spread to England and the rest of the world. Romanticism was created because the writers wanted to describe reality and the humans with another material than their research knowledge and use words for the emotion that we all humans have within us. Even to write about old stories and write something different than all of the wisdom they wrote about the human subconscious. By that I mean the authors started writing about vampires and things that is scary, such as Dracula and Frankenstein.
Mary Shelley will always be remembered as one of the authors who introduced the world into the Gothic era, because she was the one to create the monster Frankenstein. She was born in 1797, the 13th of December, and died in 1851, the 1st of February. Both of her parents were famous because of their work. Her mother was a well-known author and her father a philosopher, therefore she decided to get into literature in early age. But her debut was when she created Frankenstein's monster, which became the first true science fiction story. The story is about a mad scientist who tries to create life to a body and succeeds. But after he has done it, he becomes horrified for what he has made.
I have worked for nearly 2 years for the sole purpose in infusing life into the animation body. For this I had deprived myself of rest and health. I had desired it with a ardor that for excellent moderation, but now that I had finished, the beauty of the dream vanished, and Bradley horror and disgust filled my heart.
Aha!
Many novels are about supernatural and horror-related things, with books like Frankenstein and books by Edgar Allan Poe. The texts are detailed with many descriptions. Some of them are about poetry. Some novels are about unhappy love. The texts are often about one or a few persons and their stories. There are many feelings in the stories. Many writers have written the stories because they have been inspired by something from real life. Letter novels have also been used to tell different stories. The texts have inspirations from nature, and there are many similes in the texts.
Jane Austen was one of the most influenced English novelists in the Romantic era, as she understood the romantic fiction and was a great writer. Her novels always showed powerful literature through different point of views, and she became one of the writers who later on introduced the world into the era of realism. She was born in 1775, the 16th of December, and died in 1817, the 18th of July. Through her life she got educated by her family, which influenced her stories a lot, as in the Romantic era the writers were supposed to include emotions and poetry. So in her stories she could reflect to her supporting family in different ways. She wrote about one family who lives on the countryside of England during the 18th century. In the family there are 5 daughters and their parents. Throughout the novel, the father wants to get the daughters married so they can have a bright future, but along the way the characters showed off their different personalities and developed strong emotions for one another. There are few people whom I really love and still fewer of whom I think well. The more I see of the world, the more I am dissatisfied with it. And every day confirms my belief of the inconsistency of all human characters, and of the little dependence that can be placed on the appearance of merit or sense.